he is, here he is! Big hammerhead! He just ate it, he just ate it!
You know, in our world of an inshore fisherman, the biggest shark of all is the hammerhead. And the one that causes us the most trouble is the hammerhead. So the ultimate challenge, in my opinion, is that hammerhead.
Yeah, baby! That's what we've been waiting for!
Man, that's pretty incredible.
That's a big fish, man!
We're sitting here in 12 feet of water, catching a 1,000-pound fish.
Look at him, look at him, look at him! He's huge! Yes! Look at that guy! That is a shark.
That's the biggest fish I've ever caught.
I thought you said you had
Got him, relax.
Oh! Dude, he just ripped my boat off!
K Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, with Captain Tom Rowland and Captain Rich Tudor.
You couldn't ask for a better day. I'll tell you what, with the ones that we've seen lately, I think we got a pretty good chance.
It should be
We
interesting.
got a bunch of chum ready to go. I'm gonna get these rods ready. We got the harness, right?
Yep, we got the big harness, we got
we're gonna
big
need
hooks,
that.
we got big everything.
Everything's big. We're definitely gonna need that harness. It's kind of funny, we take our dads fishing and see all the hammerhead attacks, and you just know those sharks are in there. I mean, those things are there, they're there eating tarpon. What's the most logical thing to do when you see a giant hammerhead? Start rigging up and go catch them. And we got all the right tackle. I had this new reel that I wanted to try out, which was a 50 wide Santiago. This thing will hold so much line. I think I put 300 yards of 100-pound braid on it, and then I had it backed with another 200 yards of 40-pound, and rigged that up with bimini twist, and then a 300-pound wind-on leader, which is 25 feet long, crimp it to a swivel, then 6 feet of really heavy, 250-pound wire, haywire twist to a big giant hook. Get all that ready, and of course we have all the harness and everything that we need. And you had yours, you went with a little bit lighter one. You went with a 25 Santiago, which holds probably almost exactly half the amount of line.
My idea was, the reel itself is just lighter and it's a shorter rod. Because I knew we'd be standing up, we weren't going to sit in a big harness, and I also knew that we didn't have to have a line capacity because we were close to the bridge.
Right.
We're literally in 8 feet of water where those fish are at, so it's not like they can strip out, thousands of yards of line on us. We can just run up on them on the boat. So I figured, the key was just to have something really heavy where you put enough drag on them. But that was awesome to go out there. We knew those sharks were there. We'd seen them, the day before eating tarpon, and it was nice to go out there and actually try to catch those giants.
Okay, we are perfectly prepared, which probably means that we're going to catch a zero.
Well, if we're not prepared, we won't have a chance with those big ones.
This water is just absolutely as pretty as it gets right here.
Yeah. I figure we can make a drift by here and maybe troll around and see if we can get those cooties going. So I knew we'd done this once before where we'd actually gone out and actually gotten those hammerheads to bite with a barracuda. So I knew that rubble pile offshore would have some barracudas on it.
Yeah.
It's cool. We ran right out there first thing in the morning, got to that rubble pile. The water was clear, beautiful, made a drift over it, and you could see that big stack of barracudas on there. Are we on that second mark now?
Right now.
The cooties were laying right on the other side of that one, right there.
Should get bit here.
Got him. There you go. Good job.
Good job. I didn't do anything. I'm just standing there.
Oh, that's a nice one. Look at him jumping. Woo! That's a good one. And they crush that thing when they want to, don't they?
Yeah, I like that, man. I mean, I love barracudas. I made my living on barracudas in the wintertime down in Key West. That's something that we fish for a lot, and it's always even more fun when you're catching them for bait because they are a huge fish with big teeth, and a lot of people don't realize or wouldn't even conceive that you're going to use a 4 or 5 foot barracuda for bait.
Nice. Very nice. That's a good cuda, my man.
It is.
That is a good cuda. Think a big shark will eat him?
Definitely. We could use him the whole.
We
when you think about it. You know, these hammerheads are eating, you know, 150-pound tarpon, 100-pound tarpon. So, you know, a 20-pound barracuda is absolutely nothing for that. That fish could, that shark that we're after could eat that whole.
Well done.
Good.
That's good for shark here, right here.
Get in there. You gonna fit?
Yeah, I'll get in there. Very nice.
Very
There
cool.
we go.
All right, about 4 or 5 more of those and we'll be ready to go.
Got him, baby, got him! Got him, big hammerhead.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you by Hawks Cay Resort Marina and Villas. All the fun of the Florida Keys in one island resort. Yellowfin, only in a Yellowfin. Quantum Rods and Reels, fishing at a quantum level. By Mercury Marine. Lowrance, makers of HDS, high-definition systems. By Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Sperry Topsider, a passion for the sea. And by Loadmaster, Power Pole, Corrosion Block, Ocean LED, and Tough Line.
That current's just starting to go out. And you know, maybe if we get our chum ready and just drag it right down the side of the power poles with that current going out, I mean, these sharks might be down tight of the bridge. Just like we were fighting that tarpon, just kind of drag it all the way down that bridge. We saw a hammerhead here, and then when we hooked the fish down there too. Let's see what happens. Here's the big rods. We got a couple of them ready to go right now.
I'll get this cuda ready. What we did is we decided to, once we caught 1 or 2 barracudas, is now let's half fillet it and take those fillets, keep them in the cooler, and then start rigging up our stringer, you know, and what we wanted to do.
Well, that stringer that you brought was absolutely cool. I'd never seen that before. You had this, what was it, spearfishing setup. And man, that was the coolest thing ever, rather than trying to take a bunch of fish carcasses and put them through a rope or something,
right.
Get all bloody.
That's the only way.
So we were ready to go. We had the rods, we had the bait, we had the chum, we had everything, just perfect. Of course, we'd only done this one other time.
Perfect recipe for something not to happen. In my experience, once you're ultra prepared, that's when nothing happens.
That'd be awesome to watch that dorsal fin come up right after that bait skipping there.
But that particular day, we knew because, I mean, the day before we had seen 3 hammerhead attacks. They attacked our tarpon. We weren't all that happy about it. It's time to go out there and try.
There's a nurse.
Sure?
Pretty sure.
Thing looked pretty big.
Yeah. Had that reddish color to it, though.
Yeah, but that's kind of what the first ones look like.
And I know we had a big scent trail going, and then we get to the spot, we anchored up and waited, and thinking at any moment, I remember you were sitting there, oh, is that one? Is that one? And every little dark spot we saw coming, we thought it was like one of those big hammerheads coming.
I was just sure, you know, from my experience in shark fishing, which we've done a lot, you know, if you anchor up and you've got the good current and good chum, which we did, we had both of those, if those sharks are there and they swim across that chum line, they're coming in. But the current's moving so fast that when we go like this and like this and like this and then stop, that's out to sea.
Well, you know what the key to that was, though? I mean, we tried a lot of different things. We tried, you know, drifting across the bridge with the chum. We tried going way out. We tried getting on the other side of the bridge, up current side, and anchoring and just basically tarpon fishing like we were, thinking that they'd come to us with the chum out. Nothing was working. I was about to give up. I thought these hammerheads are just not going to happen. But then the one thing that gave us hope is one of our other fishing guides there, Newman, hooked up a tarpon right at the bridge. I called him on the phone. I said, Newman, you got a tarpon on? He said, yeah, man. I said, all right, well, call us. If a shark comes up on it, we'll come up there. We got the chum out. We'll see if we can't catch him so he doesn't eat your tarpon. I'd say we were 100 yards, you know, or less down tide of him with our chum out, just kind of shadowing him. He'd sit there with his angler fighting that tarpon, and we just kind of shadowed him down turn. And the next thing I know, we turned around. Look, here he is, big hammerhead. He just ate it. Got him, baby, got him! Got him, big hammerhead. Yeah, baby. That's what we've been waiting for. This came out of nowhere. Wow, all that. We were just about to give up hope. Seeing the size of him and thinking, I'm hooked into this giant beast. He ran over there. I got to the front of the boat. You were scrambling to try to get your belts on me there. And of course, you had your belt set for your size. I had to expand it a little for me, get it on there. That was incredible.
All right, so you know how it works. Just
Yeah.
lean back into it. Let me get this stuff out of your way. It's been a long time coming. Now, I'll tell you what, keep your eye out for another one.
Man, he just came up out of nowhere. You're like, oh my God, there he is.
I'm putting this one out too.
Right down tide of Newman catching that tarpon. That was the key, man. I bet you he was smelling that tarpon or sensing it. Especially after all that anticipation all day long, after seeing those giant fish the day before, and after watching you catch them the last time, and I didn't get to catch one. I was so excited. My adrenaline shot up when he came up and ate that bait and I put the hook in him. Man, that was about as excited as I've been in a long, long time. Woohoo! Man, this is a big critter.
Be careful he doesn't jerk you right off your feet and you go right in.
This is awesome, man. Worth waiting for. Watch your bait out there.
I know.
I'm hooked up on this fish. Got the cooler up there, which is really a good advantage to have that cooler to sit back on.
Yeah.
Like I say, I could rest. I use it just like a fighting chair. When I used to offshore fish, we'd set up a fighting chair without a backrest. You just set it just so you can sit on it, and you get that same harness on. And it's the same routine that I was doing with the cooler. You stand up, you just kind of sit down, reel. So it gives you rest rather than standing up the whole time. Especially on that smaller boat and on that rougher water. Your balance is very, very sketchy, and certainly didn't want to fall in the water with that thing hooked up.
There
he is, right on the surface.
Oh man, look at that thing. Woo, that thing's
He's coming right up to the surface.
It's huge.
Oh, look at that big boy. Look at him. That is a big fish, man.
Man, that's pretty incredible.
That's a big fish, man.
We're sitting here in 12 feet of water, catching a 1,000-pound fish.
Man, look at him. He's huge. When I was hooked into him, after those first few runs, we got closer to him at the boat. It was just amazing, to me. When the more I put that drag up, the harder he pulled. I mean, that fish was absolutely in control. When he shook that head, and I kept thinking he was getting off. I guess he shook that giant head of his, and it would just be like this big bunch of slack, and I'd be like, oh, he's off, and then all of a sudden, whoa, and he was back going.
That's what I was telling you last time, man. That's what would happen to me is, you think about, a fish that people know, a redfish or a bonefish or something. They go shaking their head, and it moves around like this, But that thing, when he shakes his head, he's pulling 6 feet and then 6 feet of slack. Crazy to fight that thing because, there's just so much back and forth. It's just amazing to be in that situation as an angler.
All right, look at that boy.
Man, look at it. It's going around his dorsal. It's definitely, I'm pretty sure that's the greater hammerhead.
Okay, just put it in neutral, and I'm going to deadboat him from here.
It's neutral.
Look at that big boy.
I have no idea how big that fish was, but it's big. It's
very big.
And it's too big that 20 pounds of drag is not going to actually lift it in the water. It's not. So what has to happen is what's called wiring the fish. And, well, that's a challenge in itself because it's like grabbing live wire or something and you're preparing.
Well, as you saw when the first time you grabbed it, you held on, you were like, whoa!
That's a big fish.
That's what's amazing is I was pulling on 12 pounds of drag. And when you grabbed that, you were pulling 800 or 1,000 pounds or whatever that fish was. That's it. You're hooked into that thing. It's like holding on to a school bus.
Yeah.
Coming up right to the surface.
Look at that thing.
Right to the surface.
That's awesome.
Look at the size of that guy. That's a big fish, man. That one that ate your dad's tarpon. This could be him.
I could see if I could give you a little hand.
Yeah. See what happens. Yeah, I don't know what's that later.
Oh.
You break?
No.
Here he comes. Oh, look at him. Dude, that's a giant. It was awesome. It was totally the coolest experience. The biggest fish I've ever caught by far. And to see it, in that clear water, see that giant fish coming up to the surface with his dorsal and just realizing how big he was. And every time he got closer, he looked bigger. Yeah. And then when we got him right up to the boat, he looked bigger. And then when he rolled over on his side, I was like, oh my.
Oh, we got this guy, man.
He's getting tired now.
We got this guy.
Wow, that is a huge fish.
Yeah, we got this guy. We're going to get him, put that rope around his head. Just like last time, we'll get that hook out and everything. Let him go. We got this guy. We got him. We got this guy.
That is an immense critter.
Braided line has absolutely revolutionized my fishing. From deep dropping to swordfish to going way back into Everglades fishing for redfish, even freshwater applications, I'm using braid for everything now. And I'm always looking for the best braid on the market. And the one that has everybody talking this year is Tough Line. I tried this and I've been able to put it on every one of my reels, every type of application, and I love it. It's strong, durable, and it casts great. This Tough Line XP is kind of an older style line that you're still going to hear the line going through the guides, and a lot of people have complained about that with braid. I don't understand it because I like it. I think it's almost as cool as hearing your reel drag sing out. I love to hear the braid go through the guides, but they've also engineered a brand new line this year, which is really, really cool, and it's engineered specifically for spinning rods. So when I heard about this, I definitely wanted to give it a try because about 90% of my fishing is with spinning rods. So the Tough Line Duracast is round, it's smooth, and it's engineered specifically for spinning reels to eliminate any kind of bail trip problems that people would have. The line would get caught around the bail, trip the bail, and the bail would slam shut, or get caught around rod guides. This line is specifically engineered for spinning reels, both large and small spinning reels in fresh and saltwater applications. I've put it on just about everything I have. I absolutely love it. It's great for casting into the wind, and I can give it to anyone, whether it's my kids or an inexperienced angler, and have them have zero problems throughout the day. Go to Bass Pro, check out Duracast in the braid section. I think you're going to like it as much as I do.
The Hawks Cay Saltwater Experience, presented by Yellowfin, is brought to you by Yellowfin, only at a Yellowfin. Finor, legendary tackle since 1933. The Florida Keys in Key West, come as you are. Yeti Coolers, wildly stronger, keep ice longer. Motor Guide, never stop. By Sirius Marine Weather, satellite weather direct to your boat. And by Under Armour, King Sailfish Mounts, Staybill, Scott Fly Rods, and Plano.
Well, I'll tell you what, even though when he decides that he wants to roll over, then he turns, and I'd see him just make barely make a tail kick, and it's more than I can possibly hold on to. I enjoyed catching the one last time, but I was kind of jealous a little bit that you were the one that got to wrestle it, because that's really my favorite part. I mean, really, I like to handle them, man. I like it. It's cool, man. And especially a fish like that, a hammerhead shark. When else are you going to get a chance to grab a great hammerhead by the dorsal fin or by the hammer? So for me, that's like lifetime experience.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That is enormous. Whoa, look at that big hammer.
We knew this because of the last time we did this. Let's get a rope around his head, pull it up, cleat it off, and then get a little forward momentum in the boat, and he's going to rise right up to the surface, and then we're going to be able to get the hook out, say goodbye, and let him go. And, you know, it wasn't as easy as I thought. I was thinking, you know...
Well, the hammer was so long. That was what amazing. When you were this hammer was so wide, when you tried to reach down there, you literally could not reach to get around the hammer. I had to try to get a gaff to try to, you know, get the rope around the hammer just so we could get it there. Finally, you know, after turning and manipulating, we finally got it around there. And once you had him cinched down on the hammer, now we could relax enough to get the hook out and get the fish, you know, situated. But just the two of us, I mean, that was a total ordeal.
Come on, go around there. Just stick your hand down there and put it around there. I got him. It's almost around. His mouth's way back there.
Okay, we're in. Pull tight.
It's really a team effort. I mean, as far as landing a fish in a small boat,
it's a dangerous situation.
It is, and it's not something that somebody needs to go out there and try to do without, you know, a partner that they have fished with a lot, and you know what their capabilities are. You know that they can drive a boat the way it needs to be driven. You know they can work the rod the way it needs to be done.
Extreme fishing, like I said, that's not something that's you know, for the average guy to go out and do on his own. I mean, we, you know, not that we do that every day, but I felt confident in you. We fished together a ton, but that's a situation where, you know, you really, you know, if you're offshore, you need a captain, a mate, and you need help
Right.
as an angler. I
Right.
think you need 2 experienced guides to
There's no
help
question.
that situation. One
There's
guy
no
with the guy on the
question.
rod, one guy for the leader. Just an extreme fishing situation.
Right. Just grab the loop the other way. Grab that
All right,
loop.
I want to give him
and
a
the
kiss
rest will-
goodbye.
Grab the loop.
Later, buddy.
grab that loop.
I know, I got it.
Just
All I got to do is
the
let go.
Just
All
the
right,
loop.
see you later, buddy.
Okay.
And
Okay.
there he goes.
Nice job.
Yeah! There he goes. Look at that big dude. Woohoo! We did it, man.
Good.
Wow.
Dude, that is a team.
Wow.
That is a team effort if
Wow.
I've ever seen one, man.
Woo!
Holy
How about
cow.
that? We did it. Went out, caught our barracudas, went to the
Dude.
bridge with a game plan,
And so far, your back hadn't gone out yet.
didn't give up.
It's good, man. You're batting 1,000.
Accommodations provided by Hawks Cay Resort Marina and Villas. All the fun of the Florida Keys in one island resort.
I was when you first took that thing, I was jealous as I could be, and I was thinking, man, I got to catch one of those today. But after landing that thing, I think maybe
Like
we
you
might
said,
want
it's
to
a
try
team
another
effort.
day.
We
Might
did
want
it,
to try
man.
another day.
Woo!
Let's clean it up and go home.
That was awesome.
Man.